Hello guys, welcome back. That was a little loud, I guess. I just saw the bar fill up with red and whatnot. But anyway, we're just about to go into Central and interview the sailor.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Alrighty then, so interview room. That's interview room 1. Okay, so excuse me, Galloway. Okay, here's interview room 2 where we'll meet the sailor.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble, that's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning.
Alright, first question. Contact with victim.
You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure, we had a couple of drinks.
I don't think that's the whole story, so we're gonna go with doubt.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
Alright, now next question is incident with Bates.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
Now he's looking around the interview room, so it's doubt.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup.
Alright, our third question will be cab ride with victim.
The cab driver said that you were getting pretty familiar with Teresa.
That's not how I'd put it.
And here comes one of the smirks, where you know that it's doubt.
So the last thing you wanted was her playing hard to get. Did that make you mad, sailor?
Yeah, it did. She knew what a guy's looking for. All broads do. Dancing comes second.
And what happened at the Crystal Ballroom?
Nothing. Not even a little hand relief. She had another couple of drinks. There was no fun left in her. Just poured her guts out to some bartender.
Alright, and our final question will be movements prior to murder.
Where did you go after the Crystal Ballroom?
I think the wind had gone out of her sails by then. She caught a cab and I caught a bus back to the base.
Now, like the first and second question, I don't think that's the full story, so it's doubt.
We spoke to the cab driver. Tell us what really happened at the Crystal Ballroom.
I'd had enough. She was all upset about her husband bawling about her kids. She looked old. Left around closing, maybe 1:30. Got on a bus and she fell asleep on my shoulder.
Which bus?
An All-American, 249. I went past her place. She jumped off and I stayed on it downtown. After that, I caught another bus to San Pedro. The Indiana's down there. She's being scrapped.
And that was the last you saw of Teresa.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't say much. I think she was kind of embarrassed.
We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
What now? Drive all the way to San Pedro and check his locker?
Let's see if the bus story checks out.
There's a depot at 60 Boulevard.
Alright, so there we go. We're just gonna have our Galloway here just take us to the bus depot so that we don't have to. Well, I'll just cut to the
3
chase
suspects
after the
and
conversation.
one on the hook. Still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, we have Lars Carrollson picked up.
11K, roger.
Alright guys, we are finally here at the bus depot after about a second. For me it took like 3 minutes, I don't know, because of all the waiting and whatnot. Looking at Broadway, Hollywood. So now we're just about to go into the bus depot after this cutscene's over. Yep, there we go. Sprint towards it. Let's go, and we'll talk to the person at the front desk.
And thank you, ma'am. You have a safe trip now. Where are you boys headed today?
LAPD. We're after the driver of All-American 249. Would have been around midnight onwards last night.
Just a minute. Frank Zeffirelli. He's your man.
Where can we find him?
Frank is out on the 7-4.
Can you tell us the route?
Hang on. I should have it mapped out here somewhere.
Isn't he the cop they were talking about on the radio?
We'll need to run the loop.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
We're not going to drive the whole thing, are we?
Worked that
Won't
case
take long.
with the lady that got
We have a
cut.
siren.
Dolly?
So yeah, I'm gonna go and head and speed this up because it took me, I guess, about 6 minutes.
You can drive.
I don't know. I'm looking at the timeline right now, and I see I have about like 6 minutes to go.
American 7-4, let's go
All
get
right,
him.
so we'll skip over what they say because all Galloway does is whining and whatnot. So let's speed this up.
And here's me without my hip flask and only a pain in the ass for company.
Way to kick off the drive in high spirits, Rusty. Comments like that put me in just the right mood for some legwork.
Hachi.
You know what your problem is? You don't like hard work. This kind of rigorous search is what police work is all about. Discipline.
Save it, Phelps. Just as bored as I am.
Alright, here you go. Make sure you use your siren, by the way, just so you can get the cars to go on the side. But we're here with the All-American 249, and let's pull it over here if we can. Come on. Just
That's
stop.
the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind
All right,
her
here we
and get
go.
her to the side of the road.
So now we'll just walk up to the driver here, and we'll see what we can do for him.
There's some kind of problem, buddy?
LAPD. We're investigating a murder. You had a sailor and a woman in a green dress on your bus late last night?
That's correct.
And the woman got off first, around 2 a.m.?
Yeah, that's right. And the sailor stayed on all the way to downtown,
Can you tell us where you let the woman off?
on California Street. To tell you the truth, she looked a little lost, like she got off on the wrong stop or something. I didn't like dropping her off near that hobo camp.
You've been a big help, Mr. Zeffirelli.
So Sailor Boy escaped by the seat of his bell-bottom trousers. He left the broad alive.
Left her by the hobo camp.
Which means he's as good as killed her.
We can't eliminate any of them, but the disfigured man should be our starting point.
I'm gonna call for some backup. These bows hate cops.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
Alright, we are here at a hobo camp, apparently. And let's see what we can do here.
LAPD! We'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
Need you to stay focused.
Alright, so Galloway's gonna take out the three guys right there. And Galloway and Phelps will just get our fight on. And make sure you dodge every attack, grapple when you can, and finish him when you can. Don't end up like Galloway in the back right there. That's all the tips I can give you.
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Alright guys, we're back at the hobo camp and we're just gonna check out this creepy Ackerman's tent over here, I guess you could call it, or maybe just a lean-to or something. And first what we got here is a rope, and if you tilt it down, then a vibration will come up into your controller.
It's familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terreldson's chin.
Alright, now if you turn around after you put the rope back in place, as you can see there's a purse laying around, and if you press A or X, oh, not B, X, I mean A. I'm playing on Xbox right now, so. Alright, and if you press A, you will find a ticket from the Crystal Ballroom.
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Now that's one thing you can agree with, Phelps. But anyway, I don't think there's any more in this crummy old lean-to. Whatever it is, I don't know what it is. Looks like a bunch of metal sheets, like glued together. I don't know. Alright, so let's get back to Central. Let's have a partner do it again. Who wants to drive all the way anyway?
You drive.
In GTA 4, I know you have to drive everywhere. So yeah, alright. Let's go to the conversation. And let's go.
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same shtick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession, and we can charge the bum with murder.
Alright, we are here at Central the second time today. We are about to interrogate Stuart Ackerman. But this is where we're going to stop here again. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on my next video. Bye-bye.